Alright, in this lesson we're going to use the AutoCAD Design Center to place a block for a 10mm hex head cap screw, which most of us refer to as a bolt, into model space. We're going to have to rotate that bolt so that it aligns up the way it will in our final assembly drawing. And then we're going to have to scale it. This is going to be a 10mm bolt. We need a 14mm bolt, or an M14, and so we're going to also scale this bolt. You can see I have the AutoCAD Design Center already open, and in case you're not familiar with that pathway, I'm going to begin on the View tab. When I'm on the View tab here on the Palettes menu, this icon right here will open up the Design Center for you. Once you're in the Design Center, we're going to come to Fasteners, Metric, and we're in the Blocks library. This is the cap screw that we're going to use. So I click once with the left mouse button so that this cap screw is selected. Now I'm going to click and hold down the left mouse button. While I'm holding down the button, I'm going to drag the block off of the library here and place it into the drawing. Left click and hold down, drag over. You see the block appears. Let go of the mouse button, and I've placed it onto the drawing. I can go ahead and close the Design Center. The next thing we need to do is we need to rotate this bolt. So we're back on the Home tab, upper left-hand corner of your interface. And we have a Rotate tool. It's here in the Modify panel, and this is the Rotate tool. I'm going to click once on the tool. It's asking me to select the objects to rotate. Now this is a block, so you can click anywhere on the entire bolt and the whole bolt will be selected. Right-click to be done selecting objects. Pick a base point about which the bolt will rotate. In this particular situation, we're going to rotate it in a controlled fashion so we can click anywhere for the base point. And now we want to specify a rotation angle. Now remember, horizontal axis is 0 degrees of rotation, and any positive number will rotate this bolt in a counterclockwise direction. We want him to rotate a quarter turn clockwise. So our rotation angle is actually -90. So I have a -90, press enter, and our bolt is all set up. This is a 10mm bolt, and so the distance across the major diameter across the threads is going to be 10mm, and we need to turn that into 14mm. So we're going to have to use the scale tool to do that. One of the things that's true is that the scale tool will also change not just the width of the head, but also the height of the head and the dimensions across the flats and the thickness of the washer face. And all of those things do need to change along with the width of the bolt. So here's the scale tool, and it's on the Home tab Modify panel. That's the scale tool. We'll click on the tool. Again, it wants us to select an object to scale, and any single click anywhere randomly on the object chooses the entire block. Right click to be done selecting objects. Now it wants us to specify a base point, and again we can go approximately anywhere we want to. I'm just going to randomly click on an intersection there. Now it wants us to enter a scale factor. Now we're not going to use the scale factor, we're going to use this reference option. So we're going to click with the cursor on the word reference in the command options. And the first thing it's asking us for is what reference length do we want to begin with. So the reference length that we're going to begin with is going to be 10. Why? It is a 10mm bolt. We want to turn it into a 14mm. So 10 is our beginning or reference length. Press enter, and now it asks us for the new length. We want to go to 14mm. So 14 will be what we type in the command prompt area, and then we'll press enter, and we now have a 14mm bolt.